All right. How's it going here in the house? Good. You got a good looking crowd in here. Glad you're here. All right. Let's get you warmed up. Start your trackers. If you like to do the fitness tracker thing, it's a good time to hit start. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Up. Exhale. Good. All right. Now soften your knees, and I want you to pick up this back ankle. We're just going to rotate. Keep your belly button pulled in. We're just rotating through the spine. Just kind of getting you loosened up and ready to work. So today we're going to be working in circuits. We're going to count our reps today. I feel like the last couple of times it's just been timer based, which is fine, but we're going to count them. And I need your help. Sometimes I miss a couple of reps. We're going into squats, so step it a little bit wide, toes turned out comfortably. You're going to push your hips toward the back of the room. Here we go, squat, up. So hips go to the back and drive up through your heels. Upper body stays lifted. Good. Your knees are going to track out same direction as your toes. I'm really trying to exaggerate that sitting back down feel. Press into your heels and rise up. And keep your tailbone in neutral. And what I mean by that, it's just going to more or less point to the floor. So rather than overloading your lower back, keep that posture zipped up, and we'll keep it safe. All right, I want about 4 more of these. All right, now hold your balance. We're going to lift one knee up, out, and around, and just stay on this side. Good. What you're doing here is just opening up the hip. You might feel a nice little stretch and then a squeeze when you bring it back down. All right, switch sides, please. Up, out, around, and down. Good. That helps if you, I notice a couple of us in here, like you found your drishti spot. Like in yoga, you found something unmoving that you can focus on. All right, step it wide. We're going to sweep across. Stay on the side. Nice job. And all we're doing here is just kind of loosening up the IT band, switch sides. Lead at the heel here. Sweeping across your body. Good. All right, stay in this stance. Lunge to the side. And switch. And switch. Good. Same idea as the squat. I want your hips pushing to the back of the room. You try to keep your knee behind your toe. So when you glance down, you should see your big toe, no problem. All right, and we're going to pick up the pace here. Give me some singles back and forth. Press up off your heel, and you should feel a squeeze all the way through your glute. Good. Toes are more or less pointing forward now. If that's really uncomfortable, you can let them turn out. But that's just the idea. We're keeping it right about here, right? All right, now come center. Turn those toes out. Standing tall, pull that posture back together. Tailbone really pointing toward the floor. We're gonna go sumo squat. Yeah, we'll do the overhead sweep here. All right, knees are pressing to the back of the room here. And just drop your hips toward the floor and rise up. Squeezing up through the heels. Nice. Up. Up. 2 more. All right, march it out. Nice, easy march, but we're just keeping you moving, keeping you warm. All right, knees a little bit higher. And I wore the world's loudest shoes. They're great, but they're just like super stiff and kind of noisy. You know, they're not running shoes, they're lifting shoes. A little heavier or a little stiffer. How's that? 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Open. Wrap up. Give yourself a hug. Open. Wrap it up. And you can alternate the arm that's going on top just to keep it even. Otherwise, one arm becomes resentful, you know. There you go. You can pick up the speed as you feel more comfortable. All right. stay open here. Take it overhead. Open those elbows toward the back, collapse forward. I'll turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. All right, then we come back. Take it overhead, elbows back. Tuck your chin, round the upper back, take it forward. And straight up. Elbows back, collapse it forward. One more time, how about it? Feel good? Up, out, collapse, up, and release. All right, anything else you need to work out, any stretches you need to do, please feel free. I'm gonna tell you what's going on here. With our first circuit, we're going to, if I had a pull-up bar, or if you happen to have one at home, do it. You can use, there are a lot of different ways you can modify and mimic the motion of a pull-up, targeting those same muscles. And that's what we're gonna try today. Now, you've got a few options. If you've got the yoga ball in front of you, I'm gonna turn to the side so you can kind of see. You're gonna take light to medium weights. If you're new to this, medium to heavy, if this is kind of not new for you. You've been weight training several times, 2-3 times a week for several months now, you can kick up the weights, but here we go. So you're gonna position the ball in front of you. Make sure you're nice and steady and lower yourself here. So you're resting your ribs and your hips on the ball, and your body should be in kind of an angle. So you're kind of hinged forward like so, rooted through the knees. You got your weights nearby. You're gonna mimic that pull-up motion. So pull your belly off the mat, roll your shoulders back and down. And you're gonna take those elbows out wide and hold with a 3-count release. Pull up, hold and release. Good, let's do it. Here we go. Up, release. And I want your neck to stay nice and long here. Good, elbows wide. And up, slow release. Now I'm gonna turn around so you can see what this looks like from the front angle. You all keep going. Don't miss out on any of these counts. And now I'm not on the mat, so I'm sliding a little bit, it's fine. Take it up and down, 2, 3, up, down, 2, 3, good. So arms are kind of like goalposts. You're gonna take the elbows out wide, and your palms facing toward the back of the room. Continue up, 3-count release. Up, slow release. Up. How you feeling? Got a few more reps? Good. If you're starting to feel this in your neck, put the weights down, grab something lighter, or do this without the weights. Your body can provide this resistance. You just have to make that mind-muscle connection. We're squeezing right below the armpits, that wide, large muscle group, your lats. I think we got 2 more. Up, slow release. Up, slow release. All right, now here's the best part. Set your weights down, roll back, give that yoga ball poke. Oh, that should feel pretty good. All right. So then when we're not using the yoga ball, here's a really good little stand. Like you can park it on a little set of weights and it won't go rolling. Or it shouldn't. It may not. All right, so you can stay down on your mat. You can use the wall or you can use a countertop, piece of furniture, whatever you've got at home. If you don't want to go to the floor, we're doing push-ups now. You've got 15 of them. Ready? So step it back into plank. All right. Roll those shoulders back. Neck stays long. And we go down, up, down, up. Now, if you're working on getting to a toe push-up and you're not quite there yet, I still want you to get into a full plank and then place your knees on the floor like that. That way you're in the right angle, your neck stays in the right position, your back is in the right position, and you're still pushing a lot of body weight here. And up, down, up, up. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1, and sit back. Breathe. All right, roll out your wrists, shake it out, and we're gonna stand right back up. So hands to the thigh and rise up. Good job. Big muscle groups getting worked here. Just going for it. You're gonna grab a heavier weight set for your squats. Leg nice, big, strong group of muscles. We can push more weight with those. Generally, this is an okay way to go no matter what, right? So you're gonna step a little bit wider than hip shoulder width. Turn your toes out comfortably, all right? And here we go, down, up, just like your warm-ups. Down, up. There's so much to think about when you're in a squat. Number one, push those hips back and drop them down. Your knees will follow, but I want you to focus on moving those hips first, if that makes sense, right? Keep those knees pressing out. Sometimes we have a tendency to let them collapse in. Keep them tracking out. That's the healthy way to go. Protect your knees. Good. 5, 4. 2 more. Very nice. Yeah, yes. All right, shake it out. You can put those down. Join me on the mat. Or if you don't want to do a lot of up and down, up and down, up and down, you can stand. We're going to do a crunch. So if you're choosing to stand, you'll do a pelvic crunch standing, like so. Pelvic tuck. All right, ready? Come on back with me. We got 15 of these. Fingertips behind your ears. Keep your elbows wide. Neck is long. Before we begin, hands to the belly. Let's just check in. All right. What I want you to do is take an inhale and expand your belly. Here we go. Exhale, compress in. Take one more inhale, expand your belly. Exhale, pull in. Now hold that compression like at a level 7 or 8, not a level 10. So you're not sucking in and holding, you're just compressing. Keeping that feeling all throughout this set. Here we go, crunch and down. Crunch and down. Now you've got to think about you're flexing your abdomen. So that means the 2 endpoints move closer together, right? So that means I want you to think about bottom of the rib, leading the top of the hip, belly button pulling in, that's that compression feeling, that light compression that we talked about. Kind of like your own internal sphinx. Don't even have to go to the store for them. Up and down. 3, 2, and 1, and relax. You take a little stretch here. We'll take about 30 seconds. That's the end of that first set. We're going to repeat that set, and then we'll move on and give you another set of exercises. I just hit my yoga ball. Like, I'm going to go get it. So I guess it's not foolproof. It's close, but it's not quite there. All right, so right now what I want you to do is think about how that first set affected you, the weights that you chose. Could you hold good form and still perform the exercises? Or did it feel like maybe on that pull-up mimic that maybe you were feeling it in your neck too much? That's an indicator that you need to drop your weights down. If you finish those sets and the last 2 or 3 reps, you were like easy breezy, I could do 10 more, then you need a heavier weight. So just kind of use that as a guide for yourself. Here I go again. Because you know what I did? I set it up and then I went, you know what? I kind of want those weights for this exercise. Doesn't matter. We're coming right back to it. Okay. Are you ready? Good deal. You've also got modifications if you don't, if you don't have a yoga ball, you're working at home, right? Then what I want you to do, the standing version would be take one leg back, hinge it forward. We perform those rows like this. Okay, that's all it is a wide row. Ready? I'm gonna fiddle with that again. Let's just do that 2 or 3 times. People love it. All right, so hinging forward, pressing the hips, lower part of the ribs, resting against the ball, neck is long. Ready? Here we go. Up, 2, 3, and down and up. Slow release. Again, up. Exhale, up. Keep it up. Good. Targeting your back muscles here. Squeeze. Think about them kind of pulling toward your spine. Good. Watching to make sure your neck stays long. Good job. Nice. Up. Slow on that release. We're halfway there. Again, up. Slow release. Nice job. Nice control. Up. 3 more. Should be kind of difficult right now. So just remember all those postural cues. 1 more. All right, plant those weights. Good job. Rock back on your heels. You can give that ball a hug and just kind of stretch your lats back out again. How do you feel? It's good. You guys are good. All right, we're going to push-ups. Get ready. I promise this works most of the time. You know what? You'll just have to go with me. All right, push-up. That's right. Pick your favorite form of a push-up. And we go. 15 of them down, up, down, up. Good. All right, elbows are going to pull slightly toward the back of the room. Your neck stays long. Try to lower down, almost bringing your chest to the floor. We did this a few weeks ago and we tried taking that dumbbell down, letting your collarbone kind of hit the dumbbell. That's a good check-in point. 3, 2, 1. All right, knees down and sit back. Take a child's pose and take a nice big breath. Building up our push-up strength. Nice job. Okay, we got squats. Rise up with me, grab your heavier weights. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, here we go. 15 of them. Good. Just like you're gonna sit on a milking stool or like a toddler's chair. You change your mind. Milking stool, where did that come from? I didn't grow up on a farm or anything. Good. Really concentrate on keeping those knees where they are. It's hard to do. You got to keep your eye on them. Squeeze up through the heels. Nice job. I'm so envious when people can get nice depth on their squats. I always feel like I'm going to tip over if I go too low. It's happened. Give me 3 more. 2, 1. Yes. All right, you got crunches. Good job, y'all. Taking it down or standing pelvic tilt as another option. All right, fingertips behind the ears. Ready? And go. Up. So I didn't remind you this time, but did you check in? Anytime you do core work, good idea. Make sure you're bracing. Get a more effective workout that way. True really of any muscle group. As you're targeting it, I want you to think about squeeze, stretch, squeeze, stretch. Four, 3, 2, 1. All right, give your knees a hug. You can rock them back and forth. Release any tension you might have been holding in your lower back. And then when you're ready, rock up, get a sip of water, we reset, and I'll have new exercises for you. We're gonna bring back that yoga ball again. It's time for an incline press. If you do not have a yoga ball, totally fine. You're just gonna do a chest press like we do most of the time, just flat on the mat. If you've got your ball, I'll show you how to set it up. You're going to sit in front of it this time. So kind of keep your eye on it here. And then you'll want your weights close by. Hey, all right. From here, I'm gonna hinge back so that you're about You want to go for about a 45-degree incline. You get what you can, right, with the yoga ball. Depends on how well it's inflated or not. But we're going to kind of sit back. This should feel pretty good and relaxed. Still engaging through the core, still keeping the neck long. And we're going to do chest press from this angle. You're still pressing over. This way, what we're going to do is target the top of your pecs. Just kind of rounding out that muscle. All right, ready? 15 of them, let's go. Press, press. Exhale, inhale. Good. Three more. All right, and you can rest. Okay, so from here, now we are going to stand. We're going to complete some more back work. This is going to be your bent over row. We're going to take a staggered stance in order to protect your lower back. All right, so everybody, right foot forward, left foot back. I'll turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. And it's like what we talked about. You're going to hinge forward. And we're going with a row. Bent over row. This time, palms are going to face your body or palms facing each other. All right. Hinging forward as much as you can while keeping your core braced. Shoulders are back. Elbows pull to the back of the room. Let's go. 15. Good. All right. So those hands are going to come up to the ribs, elbows straight past the ribs and point toward the back of the room. And again, we're thinking about pulling the lats toward the spine. Squeeze, stretch, squeeze, stretch. 5, 3. Last one. Nice. All right, shake it out. Now we're going into a reverse alternating lunge. So for this, same weights are probably fine. This involves a little bit more balance though, so if you have trouble with balance, grab a lighter weight. Here is 1, 1. That's 1 rep. Okay, so I'll turn to the side and we'll talk about lunges. Taking a big step back, hips face forward, all 10 toes point forward. And I want you to try to get knees at 90 degrees. So if I shout out 90, 90, that's what I'm talking about. All right, ready? Here we go. So 1, 1, 2, 2. Nice. All right, so guess where you need to press up when you're standing up? Through your heel. Good, just really stand up on that leg, tall and proud. We're already halfway there. Good job. Keeping that upper body nice and tall. 3 to go. Woo! Last one. Yay, all right. You can set your weights down. Woohoo! Okay. Sorry, I don't have my windscreen on, so I'm like trying not to breathe so much onto the mic. So I know that's loud if I do. All right, we're gonna take it down to the mat. You also have the option of the wall or countertop. If you do, I'll just show you real quick. What we're gonna do is a plank, twist, twist. So what I want you to do is leverage your body weight against the wall or counter, and you're gonna take one knee across, aiming toward the opposite elbow. All right? So we go, stepping back in the plank. You can also do this with a knee down, right? You just alternate, like so. Here we go. 1, 1, 2, 2. So you're just crossing the body, knee to elbow. Good. Exhale every time. Roll the belly button toward the spine. Neck stays long. Good job, keep it up. Halfway there. And that is called a twist. You will have a little rotation through the hips, but try to think about keeping them squared up toward the floor. 3 to go. All right, sit back and breathe. Good job. Inhale, exhale, and roll those wrists out. How's that feel? Okay, that was a long time in plank, wasn't it? So just make sure you roll those wrists out. Keep on feeling good. All right, we're going back to incline press. Incline press. How'd you do keeping that ball behind you? Is that all right? Okay, we can take it. I know. It's funny, it's kind of like if you have a puppy or a toddler in the house, like, oh my gosh, where'd they go? Back news. They got away, something's wrong. All right, little sip of water. Keep hydrated in here. I don't know, I just let the day get away from me. I forgot to drink water for like 8 hours or something. Went to bed, fell asleep for a minute and was like, oh my gosh, my little epiglottis was stuck to the back of my throat. Like, I'm so dried out. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I want you to get your medium to heavy weights. We're gonna work those pecs. Take a hinge back here. This should feel pretty good. Like you can hang out and watch TV, maybe do some gaming from this angle, right? There we go. All right. Kick those weights up. We go. 15, 14. Press. Chase it down, Sheena. I mean, this is how we're gonna get our cardio in too, right? Chasing down to get up the ball. Halfway there. Keep it going. Squeeze and stretch. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right. Set those weights to the side. Turn to your side and come up. And we're going to a bent over row. Put that little guy in his parking space. Hopefully he stays there. This time we're going to switch out your supporting leg. So this time the left foot will go forward. Right leg just back for support and balance. All right. So take that tall posture. Just kind of check in with yourself. Keep those shoulders down, ribs closed, belly button in, tailbone in neutral. We're going to hinge forward. That front leg needs to be bent a little bit. You're not going to lock it out. All right. So palms face each other. Go. 15. So that's a full range release. However, show you what I'm talking about. When you release those weights, make sure your shoulders don't fall. I want you to keep the shoulders back and down. Let your lats do the work here. And you get that by hinging forward as much as you can. Just as long as you can keep your core braced, I want you to hinge a little bit more. There's 4, 3, 2. Come on, all right. Park them. Plank. Twist, twist. Nope, sorry, my bad. Reverse lunge, alternating. Oh, I try to get out of lunges. All right, ready? Alternating. Step it back. Here we go. 1, up, 1, up. All right. Now I challenge you, try to take that thigh, especially if you've been doing this a while. I challenge you to get your thigh parallel to the floor. Sometimes we can, sometimes we can't. It depends on your flexibility a lot of times. So that's one area I like to speak through. I don't spend enough time making sure that my joints stay flexible. Keep making that commitment. Like, Erin, it's time to go to yoga class. I will. Only if you guys go too, okay? I'd like to see a friend there. Okay, we've got a few more left. Bend that knee. Keep it well behind the toe. Good. Last two. Last one. All right, yeah, enough lunges. Put them down. We got plank, twist, twist. Ready? Here we go. Let's go straight into it. Twist, twist. A lot of times we like to go a little bit faster that second set. You know the exercise. You know the range of motion. You know what it's supposed to feel like. So if you feel good, you just go for a little more speed for this kind of move. Can't do that always. 3, 3, 2, and 1. Sit back. Good job, y'all. Okay. Take about 30 seconds. We're going to go into our third round. We've got a military press. We're going to work our shoulders. We're going to work the back of our shoulders with a rear delt raise. We've got stiff-legged deadlifts too. I love a stiff-legged deadlift, don't you? Love them. Okay, anytime I see that on my own, like the workout that I'm going to do, I'm like, yes, love it. Okay, when you're ready, come with me. You can perform this kneeling on your mat if you'd rather, but I'm going to take it standing right now. Military press. Taking one foot back just for balance and support. Elbows are going to be out wide, but not that wide. They're going to stay in front of your body a little bit. Okay? Yep, wide leg goalpost. Close your ribs and press with me. Up and down. Press. Good. 7, 6. Here's 3, 2, and 1. All right. I'm going to grab a lighter weight for the rear delt raise. Military press involves a lot of your shoulder. It's like your whole shoulder girdle at work. But that rear delt raise just isolates one little set of muscles. So take 1 foot forward, hinge it forward just like we did for the rows. This is going to feel a lot like that row, except we're going to take your arms out. They're not perfectly straight. You can have a little bit of a bend in the elbow. Just kind of think about your pinkies leading the way. Here we go. Up. And we're targeting the back of that shoulder. Have you ever seen anybody do this upstairs in the weight room, like on the cable fly? That's what I want you to picture, something like that. Up and down. Full range. You should start to feel the back of your shoulder right there. Good. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, I got rough at the end. Shake it out. All right. Stiff leg deadlift. We're going to go single leg for this. A little safer for your back to do with one leg. So you can choose one weight or two. So if you hold one, you can do goblet style. You can hold like this. Up to you. You can hold in the opposite. All right. You've got loads of options. Just try and do the best you can because this is tricky on your balance. All right. So we're standing tall and proud. You're going to reach, pulling that hip back. You're going to keep this weight really close to the shin. Press into the heels, squeeze back up to standing. All right, you got 15 of those. Here we go. And up. Good. Down, down, and up. Back with those hips. Good. All right, we're going to do 2 more on this side. And then we're going to switch right now. Step that other leg forward. Wow, I do need more water. Here we go. Ready? Deadlift down and up Good, pull that hip back, squeeze up through the heel. You're gonna feel a stretch in the hamstring and then a squeeze as you rise up. Keeping your back really straight, that's very key. You go down as far as your range of motion allows. This should, like once it feels like a stretch, back out a little bit of that. You don't want it to be a stretch quite yet. Like I don't want your back to round up. That's what I mean. All right, 2 more. And down, and up. All right, shake it out. Military press. If you're good, let's just go right into it. Ready? Take a break if you need, of course. I'm not about to stop you if you need to get a sip of water. I'm gonna step it forward. Here we go. Press and down. Press, down. Good. You go medium or heavy here, depending. If it's your first try, you might stick with the light weights and just kind of get the technique down. Press. Five, 4, last 2, and 1. All right, take it down. We've got the rear delt raise, lighter weights. It's taking one leg forward for support, hinging forward again, because we need to get at those back muscles by letting gravity be kind of working hand in hand with us. Here we go, and taking it up and down, up and down. Pinkies out, y'all. It's tea time. Now, if it starts to feel like too much, you can alternate your arms. Perfectly fine. I don't want you to start feeling that pulling in your neck. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right. Are those little guys? We got stiff-legged deadlift, single leg. We'll switch them out halfway through. How about that? All right, heavier weights. I'm gonna grab 2 this time. Keep them really close to your shins. Keep your back straight, and you're good. Here we go. Down and up. Down, up, down. Belly button in, shoulders back. Good. And I'm peeking at you, but I want you to keep your neck in alignment. Keep that gaze out in front of you on the floor. One more this side. And we switch. Step it up. Let's go. Down and up. Now, if you know you can keep your balance, of course you can make this fully single leg. That's up to you. A lot of times I find that so frustrating that I'm not getting as much work done as I could if my toe were down. So I'll just take that toe down to the ground. Up to you. Down and up. We got 3. Nice job. 2 and 1. All right, we got one more round. Here we go. Shake it out, take a little sip of water. And I'll tell you, your last round is going to involve bicep curls. Everybody loves a bicep curl. Tricep kickbacks, calf raises, and planks. Sound good? Okay. For biceps, you can pick a medium. And this is one that completely depends on you, how long you've been lifting and what feels good. It should be challenging. What we're going to do is curl. I'll turn to the side. Curl up with your palms up, rotate, and hammer down. Okay, so hammer curl on that release. Here we go. Up, turn, hammer down. Up, turn, hammer down. Now you got that rhythm, you can pick up the pace. I'm just going to remind you a couple of things as we go. Keep a nice, proud chest. Keep your knees soft, so always have a little micro bend in your knee. Tailbone points to the floor. Squeeze your glutes, just even standing here. It'll keep you firm and steady. Very little wobbling everywhere, right? Except for this arm. another, up, and down. So squeeze that bicep, stretch that bicep, up, those biceps, and down, up, and down. Let's get two more, up, and down, up. All right, tricep kickbacks. This is one, you're gonna take one leg forward just for balance, hinge it forward, turn to the side. So keep these really close by your body, pull those elbows back and keep them there, okay? We're just gonna press pinkies to the back of the room, press, press, good. Working the back of the upper arm, you should feel a pretty intense squeeze at the top of this movement. And use the power of your muscle to make that press happen rather than momentum. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, set them down. You can grab heavier weights for these because we're literally just gonna hold them, and we've got standing calf raises. So you're just gonna press up onto the balls of your feet, trying to squeeze those calves. Here we go. If you can stand on a step, like if you have one of those old school steppers, they're really great actually. You can get a lot of work done on them. That's a really good thing to kind of get a more intense range of motion. Let your heels hang off the back and just press up. Bye-bye, thank you. Press up and down, up and down. 3 more, 2, and 1. All right, speeding through at a breakneck pace. We can go a little faster. Some of these smaller muscle groups, I feel like we can go speedier. We need to slow it down with the bigger muscle groups at times. But here we go. Last set, everybody. Ready? Here we go. Bicep curl, hammer down. Up. 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 And hammer down. All right. Keep that chest nice and proud. Halfway there.
Attention, YMC owners and guests. The time is now 11 a.m. and our swing room will be closing in 15 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, do a double take. All right, so we have a few more reps. We're just going to finish them out. If you want to stick with me, if you got to go, I understand. All right. Last 2. Last one. All right. Tricep kick back. I'm taking my other leg forward, hinging forward, belly button brace, right? Pull down, hey Bruce. Take those elbows high, keep them back, and we go. And really just moving, hands come to about to the hip, and just pressing back from there. Keep your neck nice and long. Try to keep your elbows pretty tight toward your sides. Good job, y'all. You good. This is another one you're welcome to alternate if you need to finish your set. 3 more to go. 2 and 1. All right, parking it, grabbing my heavier weights, calf raise. Here we go. Up, up. We're going. Halfway there. 5. Last 2. With my squeaky shoes, and you can park your weights. We're going to finish with that side forearm plank. Ready? So come on down. You can also do something like this. You could do a full plank on the wall or counter. All right, so stack your feet on top of one another if you've been doing this a while. If not, you'll take that top leg in front a little bit or leave your knee on the floor. Here we go. Hold, and we go. Down and up, down and up. Good. Up. Straight up, lifting that hip as high as you can. Keeping some space. You want to make sure not to crunch up the shoulder. And the elbow goes right under your shoulder. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're gonna switch sides, and this is how we're gonna finish. See how we do? Just put it all at the end. Ready? Here we go. Take it up, down, up. Just barely touch that hip down. Bring it right back up. Keep going. We lost our sound here. Halfway there. There we go. All right, I'm just in time to finish with you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, you're all done. Stay right here on the mat with me. Let's just take a kneeling position. You can sit back on your heels. All right, how you feel? Everybody good? Yeah, I still see smiles. That's a good sign. All right, we're gonna release the back of those shoulders. I felt that pretty intensely. You feel that rear delt action? Take one arm across and take them overhead. Up, release, and oh, there it is. And touch down between the shoulder blades. Pull that elbow back gently, right? Release. Let's go to the other side. All right, release. I want you to take one knee forward. And we're going to line up hips and sternum, just kind of checking in with yourself, all right? Squeeze the glute in the back, press forward. You should get a nice stretch on those hip flexors. And if you want more out of this, take those arms up and overhead and take it toward that bent knee in front. All right, come center. Pull the hips toward the back of the room, straighten the forward leg, reach for the toe. Try to keep your back pretty flat here. Good. All right, let's switch it out. Other knee forward. Line it up. And lunge it. Arms up. And take it to the side. Thanks for sticking with me. Great job today, everybody. That was one where we ended up working at a more intense pace there toward the end. You guys kept up and did great. It means we can kick it up even more next time, right? We'll just go, go, go. All right, bend at the knee, rise up. All right, take a nice wide stance. Inhale up. Exhale down, hands right above the knee. And drop down into a nice deep sumo. Let's take one shoulder forward and you're kind of pressing back here so you get a 2-for-1 stretch. We like those. Switch it out. Oh yeah, we love this. We got a few more times back and forth. Come center, toes to me. Push your hips toward the back of the room. Bend your knees and roll it up. Head will come up last. You kind of heel toe your way in. All right, inhale up. And exhale, and you're all done. Great job today, everybody.